Just warning you guys, one of these things fell off my wall earlier and scared the living daylights out of me, so it could happen again. Stay tuned in this video to see if it does. Hey fiddlers, welcome to this month's fiddle lesson video. Today we are going to be learning a super fun Irish reel called the Silver Spire. I've been playing this for years and it's not the same as a tune we learned earlier called the Silver Spire, but you can put them in a medley together. They sound pretty cool and it's kind of a little punny, so there's that. This tune has a super cool B part, so hang in there to get to the B part today. We're going to be learning the whole tune, and then we're also going to learn a variation on the tune. This includes some cool like bowing patterns and a roll, an Irish roll. We'll talk about those, so stay tuned for that. If you want sheet music for the tune and the variation, which we're going to be learning today, but also a harmony and backup parts and a chord chart for chord instrument players in your life, you can sign up for that at my Patreon page, patreon.com/Liz Faiella music. And also if you have any questions after the video today, you can ask those questions on my Patreon page and vote on a topic for a follow-up video, and I may just get around to answering them. Okay, so first off, here is the tune you're going to be learning. That is the tune we are learning today, the Silver Spire. Let's dive right in. We are going to learn it by ear in bite-sized chunks, starting with the A part, the first half of the tune. So I'm going to play a part a couple times. If you don't get it right off the bat, totally fine. You can always just scroll back in the video and replay it and try it again. So let's get down to business. So here we go. Let's start at the very beginning with the first phrase of the A part, which starts with your second finger on the D string, playing an F sharp. 1, 2, 3. Let's play that again. 1, 2, 3. All right, don't worry, we're gonna come back to that phrase. I know it's a lot of notes. Here is the second phrase of the A part. So starting with your third finger on the D string, playing a G. 1, 2, 3, go. a high third finger on the G string. All right, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. half of the A part, so the first line, which we just learned, starting from the very beginning, second finger on the D, playing an F sharp. 1, 2, 3. If you haven't gotten that yet, we are going to be playing the second half of the A now, and there will be some repetition. So the next part starts with an open D, and it's going to be very similar to the first phrase. We're just leaving off the first two notes of the first phrase. So here's how it goes, starting with an open D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound kind of familiar? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last phrase is very similar to the second phrase. It starts with your third finger on the D string, playing a G note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we have the whole A part. Let's play it all the way through from the beginning, starting with that second finger on the D string. 1, 2, 3. Second phrase. Third phrase. Last phrase. All right, and if you need to replay that, no worries. It's a lot of notes. Try just scrolling back and playing through that part again. Moving on now to the second half of the tune. This is the B part of the tune. It's going to start with that high third finger on the G string. It's kind of a tricky note to get in tune, so it's good to find that first. Here's the first phrase of the B part, starting with that high third finger on the G. That's playing a C sharp. 1, 2, 3. Mostly a scale. Let's do that again, starting with that high third finger. 1, 2, 3. Second phrase of the B part. This starts with your third finger on the A string, playing a D note. And again, a lot of stepwise motion, a lot of sort of scales involved here. This is why you need to do your scales. So here we go, starting with that third finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try that again, starting from the third finger on the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first half of the B. Let's play that whole line. So starting from that high third finger on the G. 1, 2, 3. All right, moving on, we are closing in on the end of this tune. So we're gonna start with the open A string for this next phrase. 1, 2, 3. do that again. Open A, 1, 2, 3. Is going to sound very familiar. You actually already played it at the end of the A part. So this phrase starts with your third finger on the D, playing a G note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second half of the B part now, starting from that open A. 1, 2, 3. And now it's time to play the entire B part, starting from the high third finger on the G. So here's that first phrase. 1, 2, 3. Second phrase. Third phrase. So that is it. We have made it through the entire tune. We have kind of a rough draft. Let's try playing through slow, medium, and fast. So I'll play it all 3 speeds, and you can try playing along, starting slowly. So we're gonna play it at the same speed that we've been learning it. 1, 2, 3. try it medium speed. 1, 2, 3. pick up the pace. So we will do that now. We're gonna play it super fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now that we have learned the tune, this is my favorite part where we get to make it extra awesome. So we're gonna start out with a kind of cool bowing pattern that I love, and I kind of bring this up in as many tunes as I can without overdoing it. So after the very first part of the first phrase, we're gonna do this pattern that I sometimes put into reels where you play 1 note above, 2 notes below, 1 note above, 2 notes below, 1 note above, 1 note below. Here's how this is gonna work. So we have the notes on the A string are the notes above. So this is gonna be your 3rd finger on the A string. You play that 3rd finger, 2 notes on the open D, 2nd finger on the A, 2 notes on the open D, open A, and 1 open D. So it sounds like this. And you can give those upper notes a little bit of an accent just by moving your bow faster on those upper notes. So you wind up using a lot more bow on the higher notes. Here's how that fits into the first phrase. And then in the next part, we're gonna add some double stops. This is the part where it goes. And what we're gonna do is when we're playing the note on the higher string, right here, the 1st finger on the A, you're going to keep the previous finger on the previous string. So we've got the 3rd finger on the D string. We're gonna keep that finger there, and then we're gonna play it along with the upper note, which is the 1st finger on the A. Ooh, that didn't sound amazing, but let's try it again. There we go. All right, so here's what it sounds like. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the next set of notes. So you got your 2nd finger on the D string. When you go to the upper note, keep that 2nd finger there and play a double stop with the open A. So here's how it turns out. All right, the next part, we're going to do the same bowing pattern we did earlier. So we put your 1st finger over actually both the G and the D strings here. And we're gonna do that same pattern, 1 note above, 2 notes below, 1 note above, 2 notes below, 1 note above, 1 note below. So it starts out with your 1st finger on the D, 2 first fingers on the G, 3rd finger on the D, 2 first fingers on G, 1st finger on D again, 1st finger on G again. So we get this. So that's it. Those are all the variations for the A part. Let's try playing the whole A part. I'm just going to show you how the variations fit into the context of that part of the tune. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Little variation here. Double stop. Oh, second variation. And then nothing fancy here. Double stops again if you want. Moving on to the B part, we're going to add just a couple more little things into the B part, but not a whole lot. So the first thing is, after the beginning of the first phrase, we we have this first finger on the D string, and we're going to actually play a roll on that note. So a roll in Irish music, what that means is it's a 5-note ornament, and if you've been tuned in for my Fiddle Tune Kits on my Patreon page for a while, you may have encountered this before. What you do is you play the note, in this case the first finger, the note above, second finger, the note below, back to the note. So it's one, in this case, it's 1, 2, 1, open 1. That's a roll. But the timing is also important. So when I play my rolls, and this is a little different for different fiddlers, I hold on to that first note for a little bit and then smush all the rest of the notes at the end of the roll. So it sounds like this. A good way to practice that is start super slow and just get the muscle memory in your left hand. Keep those fingers super light. It makes it easier to play fast. And eventually you'll be playing those rolls lickety split. You can also do second finger rolls, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Third finger rolls, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. Those are a little trickier. So experiment at home. All right, back to the tune at hand. Here is where that roll is going to happen. After we play, here's that first finger roll, and then we're replacing 3 notes with that roll, and then going on with our lives. Nothing new there. Now, coming into the last little bit of the tune, we are going to do a few more double stops. So it's the same pattern as before. We've got that third finger on the A string. We're going to keep that there to play the note above, which is the first finger. Keep that second finger there and play the note above, which is an open E. And then we're going to play the normal tune. And then here the double stops are the same as the A part. So here's the whole B part with those variations. 1, 2, 3. Roll. Double stop. Double stop. Double stop. Double stop. That is the variation. Let's try playing through the whole variation. We're going to do it slow, medium, fast, starting slowly. 1, 2, 3. Melodic variation. Double stop. Double stop. Melodic variation. Double stop, double stop, again, B part. Double stop, double stop, double stop, double stop, B part again. Let's play at medium speed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. gonna play it super fast. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you guys, that does it for this tune, the Silver Spire. Thank you so much for tuning in to learn it. And if you have questions about this, if you're like, wait, Liz, how do you come up with your own variations for this tune? Or how could I write a harmony for this tune? Or why does your hand go like this when you play with your bow, like a jellyfish? You can ask those questions on my Patreon page. Every month, subscribers vote for a topic for a follow-up video. So please feel free to subscribe, patreon.com/Liz Faiella Music, and ask your burning questions about the Silver Spire so that I can respond to them. All right, you guys, thank you again for tuning in and have a really wonderful month. Happy fiddling, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.